Hey guys, good evening. Good evening to all of you. This is Dr. Pradyumna Sharma this side, and I will be covering your AFM paper in JIB English Medium Batch. This is going to be an introductory, or you can call it as a demo session for the Foundation 3.0 batch. So, this is something about myself. My name is Pradyumna Sharma, and I have done my PhD in commerce. I have also certain other academic credentials. You can see on screen. I'm also a company secretary, and I'm also a chartered accountant. Cracked the national eligibility test. I have done masters in commerce. Shri Ram College of Commerce and IIM Bangalore was uh, part of my journey during my academics, and during my research I got the privilege to work with the Yale and Harvard University also. uh, uh, your JIB examination, I have also appeared earlier to just evaluate that what type of examination pattern is IIBF is having, and I have scored around 92 plus marks into that AFM paper. So we will be using all these experience into our academics also. Before moving forward, if you have not started your preparation yet, you can start it with Super Elite Plan, and you can use PDY code for that. You can become the part of Master Batch also. If your only AFM paper is pending, you can become the part of Master Batch. Then if you want to go through the bilingual batch where content is in English but the discussion will be in Hindi, you can follow the master batch of bilingual batch also. The code will remain same for all the batches. Before going into the detailed discussion about Module C, because we will start this particular journey from Module C, let's deep dive into a few points related to our syllabus. First is Module A. Module A is all about basics of accounting. That means you need to have a strong foundation when you go into the paper of accounting and financial management. And that Module A will build that foundation for you. Module A is all about basic accounting. But this is the, you can call it as the highest weightage holding module in your syllabus. This the combination of around 10, 11 chapters, and it is all about accountancy. Every basic point related to accountancy will be covered in the module A. When you go in the module B is all about, this is again accounting, but this is some advanced level accounting. Although the word advanced always sounds that it will be a little more difficult, but surprisingly, module B is comparatively easy when you compare it with the module A. So, advanced level of accounting you will study, and it is because it sounds difficult, but practically it is easy to score marks, and the only reason is that number of chapters are actually low in the module B. And it do have the weightage of 20-25 marks in the examination. So you can score good marks in a little preparation here. Then about Module C is all about finance. Everything related to finance. It is a module where you need uh, to use the calculators also. It is a module based, highly based on formulas. You have to remember the formulas also. So module C is a type of module which requires a lot of practice on your part. You have to. practice things again and again to learn in a good way. So this is a module. Then when we discuss about the module C sometimes become highly weightage holder in the examination. It's like around 25 to 30 marks weightage you could identify in the exam. Then we will move to the module D. Module D is again just like module B, is scoring module, easy to score, and a small module as per your syllabus in the exam. It it includes two fundamental aspects of finance and accounting, that is taxation. Two topics are all about taxation, and then a complete set of topics for the cost purpose. But we will start our journey from module C, then we will do module D in this 3.0 batch, then module A, and then module B. Remember, C and A inclusively, you should always presume that these two modules have the weightage of 60 marks, and D and B have the weightage of 40 marks. This is a normal averaging standard we could follow related to the weightage in the examination. So let's look into the module C, the financial management part. Let's understand few concepts of our syllabus of first chapter of module C, and then we will also practice few questions also so that you can have that idea that what type of questions they will ask in the exam, and when we fall into this particular batch, how we are going to approach, how we will cover the concept, what type of discussions we will have in the content class, when we go into the crackers batch, when we practice some MCQs separately, what type of MCQs we will be practicing. So when we talk about the module C, financial management, the first topic is a basic introductory part, or we call it as an overview. There are two types of money. See, what is financial management? If I put that in a very layman language, see, if you want to do business, for business, money is like blood in veins of body. So just like a human body needs blood to survive, business needs money to survive. As a financial manager, as a financial manager, we need to look into very specifically two things: procuring that money and use. We should bring that money to do the business at minimum cost, and we should use it at a place where we could generate maximum return. If, as a good finance manager, if we are able to do it, we can do the wealth maximization. What does it mean by wealth maximization? Wealth maximization means maximizing the market value of the share. Ultimately, in the corporate world, maximizing the market value is the ultimate objective. That's the ultimate purpose of the organization. So, wealth maximization is our objective. Now, when we procure funds, a business may need two types of funds. One is fixed capital, Fixed capital is required to create new assets. Like as a businessman, if I need to purchase a building, if I need to purchase uh, a machinery, if we need some furniture, these things requires money investment for a long period of time. So fixed capital is a longer period kind of investment because it is used to create the asset. The second requirement is working capital. Now, what is working capital? When we talk about the working capital, so money required in day-to-day functions, day-to-day fund requirement. For example, you need money to pay salary to your employees. You need money to pay rent. You need money to pay electricity bill. For that regular expenditures, you need money. That requirement is called what? Working capital requirement. So fixed capital requirement and working capital requirement, two types of requirements are there in a business. For day-to-day purpose, we need working capital. For a routine purpose, for asset creation, we need fixed capital. Whenever you have any sort of doubt, please feel free to ask. Then, what type of businesses, what type of business activities could happen? As a person, if I want to do the business, I can do it in a many, I can do it in many ways. Like I can do the business by having a sole proprietorship. Now, what does it mean by sole proprietor? When I want to do the business alone, because I love myself. I just don't want to share my business wisdom with anyone. I want to do it myself. No one else is going to share it with me. That is sole proprietor. There is no separate law for that type of business organization. I will have a place of business, and from there, I will just buy and sell goods. Then it comes to the partnership. I want to do the business with my friends. I just don't want to do it alone. I just want to do it with some people. So if we want to do business with friends, I'm just giving these for your memory purpose. Just an example. It's not a legal requirement that you need to have friends only in the partnership. You can have anyone, anyone who complements your requirement, anyone who supports you in the business. You can create partnership with them. Then there is another variation of partnership that is called limited liability partnership. Now, what is limited liability partnership? When you do the business in partnership, there is one drawback. There is one limitation, or we can call it as a drawback. That limitation is that if you are a partner in a partnership firm, your liability is an unlimited liability. You have an unlimited liability in a partnership. But when you go in the limited liability partnership, the business format remains partnership, but that drawback of unlimited liability goes away. Simply, the purpose of LLP is very simple, just that unlimitedness of the liability will go away. So it's a partnership with limited liability. That means the portion you invested in the business only, that is your liability. Your loss cannot go more than that. Like if you invested only 50 lakh rupees in this partnership, maximum loss of yourself could be 50 lakhs, not more than that. If I want to do the business with family, I have understood that friends looks good when it comes to the party. When it comes to the business, having friends in the business is not a good thing because you cannot take commercial decisions sometimes. Friendship comes across into it. So family, I want to do the business with the family. Family is the most trusted source. Okay. Now, if we do the business in association of person format or a body of individual format, what does it mean? Association of person or body of individual? Why there are two terminologies? See, what, both of them are the temporary nature of business. And what is association of person and what is body of individual? Anyone, anyone can frame it. Like for example, if for a particular joint venture purpose, Reliance and Tata is willing to come together, they want to create a joint venture for that. They can do it. They can do it by making an association of person. That means to create an association of person, it is not required that only individuals can create it, but body of individual for the business purpose can be created by only by individuals like you and me. For example, there is a commercial fair happening at Delhi, and you want to do business at that particular event, and that event will remain in operation for like for a period of 1 month. So you want to do that business with someone. So for example, you five people are doing business for that 1 month purpose, you can create a body of individual. Similarly, if corporates want to do it like a joint venture or they want to do business on a project basis, they can create a AOP and can do it that way. Company is simply the largest form of business you can execute. Company is something where large number of people, large number of people coming together to do the business. And then if you want to do the business for helping purpose, help others, company we will discuss in detail when we study module B. When we study the module B, there is complete 2 chapters dedicated to the company related discussion. For example, if you are like farmers, so if individually for a marginalized farmer, a farmer in a very remote rural area, it is very difficult to afford the warehouse facility at his own cost. It is very difficult for him to uh, get that agricultural produce to the city market and pay the transportation expenses because his production is not that much. So why cooperative societies are created? It is created so that people of the similar type come together so that a bulk expenditure can be distributed among them. Like 100 marginalized farmers can afford a warehouse cumulatively. They can afford a transportation accumulatively. When all the produces of everyone are loaded in one truck, then they can afford it. They will distribute that expenditure between this. That type of business is called cooperative society. Now let's talk about one by one about each other. Anyone having any other query, anyone having any query till now, please ask. Then we will talk about things further. Ashutosh is having a query, then why would anyone go for partnership from? It's a good question, but people have to go for the partnership. For example, you are a chartered accountant and I am a company secretary. We have someone who is a cost accountant. We have someone who is an actuarial valuer or an insurance valuer. So when we have these complementary need kind of people, they will not be able to do the business together until they are trusting each other. They cannot create a company. They don't want to fall into that compliance trap. because they are not like doing the business of hundreds crores rupees. They are just service providers. They cannot do the business individually because they all are doing it together. So sole proprietorship is not open. They are not from single family. That's why they are doing business by making a partnership. Now, when LLP Act was introduced in 2008, after that, the graph of partnership businesses are going down and LLP is going up. So partnership is now, it is something like people are forgetting it, but still it's part of our academic curriculum. So we are discussing it. So because on other forms of business, these things are not getting fit. Partnership was the option, but now partnership is replaced by the limited liability partnership. So, yes, nowadays partnership is the least preferred business model in especially in the Indian economy. You get it, Ashutosh? Anything else? Fantastic. Now, let's talk about the sole proprietorship. We discuss about it one by one. Sole proprietorship, what are the key features? Simple. I am the one who owns everything. No one can share anything with me, neither the profit nor the losses. Only my money is invested in this. Everything happens in the business. I will be the responsible person, unlimited. I have to comply all the legal formalities, but the good thing is legal formalities are very less. Only one man controls everything. So we need not to answer anyone. Sole proprietorship, you see it around yourself on a daily basis. When we talk about the partnership, partnership is governed by the Section 4 of the Indian Partnership Act. Now, what does it mean by the partnership? Every question possible in the exam related to partnership is there on your screen. You need at least two or more person, minimum two people required to create a partnership. You cannot marry yourself. You have to marry someone. So you need a partner to create a partnership. You need a contract. Without contract, there is no partnership. But interestingly, registration of the partnership is not compulsory. Having agreement is a good thing, but if you are in a partnership without agreement, that is also possible in Indian context because registration of partnership is not mandatory. Obviously, there are certain negative consequences of that if you don't get yourself registered, but still, registration is not compulsory as per the law. Ultimately, you can create partnership only with the objective of sharing the profit. There you cannot create a partnership for service purpose. You cannot create partnership for charity purpose. For social help, you cannot create it. If you want to come into the partnership with me, you need to have the profit earning motive in your mind. Now, partnership do not have any separate legal status. In the eyes of law, for example, I, Ashutosh, and two other people, we four people have created a partnership. In the eyes of law, these four people is equals to the firm and firm is equals to these four people. Every liability of the firm will be our liability. Every liability of these individuals will be the liability of firm also. So in partnership, firm and the partners are not considered as a two separate identities. When we discuss about the company in the case of company, members or I must say investors and the company are considered as a two separate identities in the business. In India, you can have maximum 50 persons in a partnership firm. So remember that number. It's a very favorite question of IIBF. They keep asking about it in the exam. Okay. Then limited liability, it's very simple. Ultimately, a partnership converted into a limited liability partnership, you have to get it registered with Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Limited liability partnership is a kind of business model which includes the features of partnership as well as the corporate culture. Both the factors are included into it. So LLP is a separate legal entity in the eyes of. From the LLP perspective, it is a separate legal entity. Partnership is not a separate legal entity, but LLP is a separate legal entity. And uh, if you are a partner of LLP, your liability will remain limited up to the amount you have invested in the business. Got it? Then there is a format called cooperative society. Cooperative society, when we talk about the cooperative society is created for the mutual help purpose, like people of similar nature. The purpose is very simple, mutual assistance. And for example, I am a cloth merchant. I have 10 other cloth merchants who are producing at very small scale. We can come together to organize an event, to organize a mass level sale. I individually cannot do it, but with a group I can do it. It will distribute my cost. It will reduce per unit cost of mine. So this is how cooperative societies do the business. Then we talk about the HUF. It is Hindu Undivided Family. In HUF, when we do the business, two things very important. That you will become the member of HUF, you will become the part of the business by birth. In this, by birth membership is available. Member by birth. So you need not to have an age of 18 years to become the member of Hindu Undivided Family. Now, the person who is the senior most male person in the family is considered as a karta. Although it's an old condition nowadays, senior most member will be considered as a karta or manager. It may be a male, it may be a female, but in your book, which is recommended by IIBF, the male candidate word is written. So you should remember it. If they prepare a question based on that, they could consider male as a correct answer. So take that point in your mind. What other peoples are called? Every other family member is called co-parceners. So by birth, you will become the member, and it is also a separate entity. It is also considered as a separate legal identity in the eyes of law for the taxation purpose. Means members of the family will be taxed separately, and HUF as a business organization will be taxed separately. These two things are you need to consider. Anyone, any doubt, any query, anything till now? Then company, as I told you that detailed discussion about company we will do in the module B. Here only you should remember that when you want to do the business at a very big level, you want to execute the business at a very big level, you can create a company. Company is governed by the section 2, subsection 20 of the Companies Act, and it says that if an organization created as per the Companies Act, it will be considered as a company. There are many types of company, and a single person can also create a company. That one person who creates the company is called one person company, or we call it as a OPC also. Now, let's look into some questions also. What type of questions they ask in the exam? See, observe this very carefully, that there is a Sharma family operates a business as a HUF after the Kartas that the eldest daughter Anjali expresses her intent to contribute as the family head and manage the business. Some male members questions her authority. based on the current legal structural framework of HUF, which of the following statement is true? So I have created it specifically for the current situation. So D should be the answer. You get it. I have just explained you the concept. What should be the answer? D. Yes. A female co-parsoner. A female co-parsoner can become Karta if she is the eldest and competent. Yes. As per the IIBF, yes, we can say uh, no, as per the IIBF also, B should be the answer, Ashutosh, not A. Please read the options very carefully. In exam, we can make that silly mistake. Even, even as per the IIBF also, B should be the correct answer, not A. Eldest male member should be the, not only being male member is not sufficient. You should be the eldest one. Only then you can become the karta. But the question is specifically saying current legal. So I would always suggest if there is an option about the female co-parsoner, you should go with that option. There is a company, MNO, is an unregistered partnership between three individuals. A client sues the firm for non-performance and also attempts to claim damages from the individual partner. Which of the following best describes the nature of partnership firm? See, we have just discussed in our discussion that all my liabilities will be the firms and all firms' liabilities will be mine. Here, everyone is claiming each other. So, a firm have no separate legal existence from its partners. So, B, C is the correct answer. Observe the third question. There is this cooperative society with 50 farmers. Decision about procurement and distributions are taken during the general meeting. Every member, regardless of the land holding, has one vote. That's speciality of a cooperative society. That in cooperative society, it doesn't matter how much investment you have made, but everyone will have one vote only. A new member challenges this as unfair. What principle of cooperative society does this voting practice reflect? In society, one person, one vote principle is followed. It doesn't matter how much capital you have invested. Then there is the Delta Limited, a private company. It have three directors. Two of them pass away in an accident. So sorry to hear that. The shareholders questions whether the company must now be dissolved. Which feature of company ensures that it continues to exist despite changes in the membership? So when we discuss that module B in detail, we will study about the concept of perpetual succession. What perpetual succession actually tells us? Perpetual succession tells us that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that your shareholders changing or not. It doesn't matter that who is running the show right now. Like if you remember, Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani have created the Reliance, but he is no more. Still Reliance is there. After completing his 100 years, Mr. Mukesh Ambani will also not be there, but Reliance will still be there. So, ownership and the existence of the company is stable. It do not depends on the existence of the shareholders. So, company have a perpetual succession. Got it? Anyone with any query? Sinha Saab, what are you saying? So why only Hindu family businesses are considered? Because that law is actually for them only. Hindu Succession Act and Hindu Undivided Family Act. These laws are specifically created by the parliament for the Hindu related businesses. The similar law, do you say that is it possible that a Muslim family can get it registered into HUF Act? Yes, they can get it registered under that act, but you have to get the registration into it. It named as a Hindu undivided family. But if a Muslim family doing a family business, if they are willing to register their business into the HUF Act, it is allowed. There is no restriction into it. This act name says Hindu, but it does not discriminates in the business based on your caste and creed. So yes, they can get it registered into it easily. Now, there are three engineers who starts a design consultancy. Unsure whether they should register it as a private company or a partnership. They want minimum legal formalities. What type of organizational structure would you suggest them? That if they want minimum legal requirements, what they should do? So, when it comes to the legal compliances purpose, partnership have comparatively, when you compare it with the company, comparatively, partnership have the fewer legal formalities to start. I hope that that was an introductory session and you, I think, enjoyed it. And if you want to follow the batch, please go through the super elite plan. If you want to follow only AFM, then you can follow it through the master batch of the AFM. If you are comfortable with the English content as well as discussion will be in English, then go for the English medium master batch. And if you are comfortable with bilingual, that content will be in English, but the discussion will be in Hindi. So you can go with the bilingual English batch also. I hope that today's introductory session was informative for you. If you have liked the discussion, we will meet in the batches. We will discuss. We will start discussing it from the module C. Till then, have a great day. Bye bye, guys. Thank you. Do like the session if you have liked it. Let me know that things are good enough. And remember, smart preparation is important. You need not to become the expert in accounting and finance, but you have to cover every possible MCQ prospective topic in your syllabus, and this is how we will follow this batch. Our purpose will be simple, that this particular line could become a potential multiple choice question in the exam. We will understand it, we will learn it in a very practical way. So thank you guys. Thank you very much. Do like the session. Let me know in the comment section that you enjoyed it or not. Thank you. Bye bye. Good night.